Oh god. Oh no. Oh. Holy shit. Okay. Oh, my music's still loud. Silence. 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 Thank you. Hello, humans. I had to speedrun eating that avocado. God damn it. Welcome. Welcome to the houseboat. Oh my god. Yeah. Welcome to the houseboat, my wonderful humans. Today we are doing things. We are doing stuff. We are searching for music because I actually forgot to pull up my goddamn. Ugh. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. I am burping like hell. Yeah, that'll work. Woo! Alrighty. A little louder. There we go. Perfect. In any case, we are drawing our good friends' requests. I put out a post on Twitter asking my fellow totally human humans to give me some requests. As I... Whoop. Oh god. Close. Come on. Mike. There we go. Alright. We have success! Alley-oop. Alrighty. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is so good to have people here with you today. I don't know why I'm nervous. I stream on Twitch all of the goddamn time. What is going on today? Though to be fair, the power has been out, so I couldn't do any of my tests. Which is Spain. Spain without the S. Spain without the S, and I am only a little sad. Just a smidge. So we're gonna go ahead and begin with, we're gonna start with Luke VT. This is one from Twitter. Let me hide everyone else real quick. Random. Yeah. You look like a great warm-up. Nice and easy. Oh, my mouse is drifting. It thinks it's an initial D. Alright, come on. He seems, gonna be honest, he's kind of on the basic side. That's not a bad thing. It's probably just a starter model. That makes sense. That's smart. We appreciate the smart. We appreciate the smart. It looks like he really did just kind of... Ah, whatever, it's fine. We'll sketch you with a brown. Like these? Yeah. Maybe this one. I don't use this pencil often. Oh, and that's why. How about this? Also no. Nah. Whatever. The usual it is. I feel like him. It's Flurp! Flurp, how are you, my dear? I don't know if my heckin' music is too loud. There we go. That feels a little better. Oh my god. So we're starting with this guy today. How are you, Flurp? How's your day been going? I made my brush too big. Yeah, man. I'm realizing I haven't warmed up today at all, so this might take a second. How to circle. I'm gonna be at this a while. Playing Hades. Nice. My partner absolutely loves that game. I love the art. The art is just... The art is delicious. I will agree. I don't know why this circle is giving me so much goddamn trouble. Like, why? Hit. Come on. I'm probably thinking about it just way too hard, and I wouldn't be surprised at that point. So we're gonna go the classic way and then just fudge it from there. Top tier skill, my friends. Top tier skill. Alrighty. Doop doop. There we go. Circle. Adjacent. It's a little lopsided, but it'll work. And okay, there we go. Slowly getting back into the swing of it. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Honestly, part of me just wants to put on the entire Witcher playlist now. It has such a good soundtrack. I think I might just do that. Might get slapped by YouTube for it, but I don't know. I don't care. We shall see. He has a rounder face, I'm noticing. So we're gonna give him a very soft jawline. Very soft, very soft, very soft. Let's see. Oh god, he has a nose. My worst nemesis. Yay, old snoot. Too harsh. Yeah, this kid's got kind of soft eyes. This kid, I say as if I know him. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what his eye socket looks like, but I think that's gonna be okay. His eyebrows are literally just a line. That's fine with me. Got little glasses. Yeah. Look at him. He has the ones that where you kind of look down, so they're not bifocals, but they rest lower on the face. Maybe a little bit higher. Yeah. I'm gonna zoom in more so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Doop 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 doop. Now he just looks curious. The fuck they doing over there? Gonna be honest, I am really glad that I have been working on a character that actually wears glasses, so I kind of understand how to get them on the face. Would you look at that? Take notes, children. Take notes and they will serve you well. Alrighty, what are you? Had to speed run my fucking avocado today. I needed to eat something before stream started, and the only thing I had on the counter that was just ready and there was a ripe avocado. And human form's gotta eat. That's just something it's gotta do. He looks really goofy bald. He looks so goofy bald. But I think that's okay. I like how he has a little beauty mark right there. That's also very cute. I think that is heckin' adorable. You won't be bald much longer, my boy. You won't be bald much longer. I think that works. Whoop. Yeah, he's got the droopy eye thing going on. He's very soft. Oh yeah, that's not right. That's much better. I think his head might be a little too big. Or maybe it's too far forward. Let's see. Give that a... Oh no, wrong way, wrong way. There we go. So no head? Yeah, it was literally just too far forward. Okay. That's fine. I've only been doing art for, I don't know, 13 years. I know how to draw. The more I know, the less I understand. It's such a weird concept, though. Like, can you imagine? Okay, now I gotta give you your bow tie. But no, I do kind of want to talk about that. The concept of the more you know, the less you understand. I feel like it's a play on the more you know, the less that you find out you know. Because there's a lot of information out in the universe. There's so many different... There's, of course, different subjects like history and science and math, but then there's also... Even on your own planet, here on Earth, the cultural differences between all of those histories and the relationships between those subjects. it really gets me thinking about how you will never know everything. It's just not possible. It doesn't matter if you're a human, doesn't matter if you're an alien. All that matters is that you're curious and that you want to learn, but there'll come a point where you will either be satiated or be destroyed trying to pursue something that just isn't the point. Alright, I'm going to do one of these numbers. Alright, so that's separated. That's gonna come down here. I love how the mood has changed from talking about a cute but very bald VTuber and the pursuit of knowledge and how it destroys people. Welcome to the houseboat, friends. This is commonplace. You will see this a lot. I'm gonna fudge it a little bit so that everything can kind of fit in a square, roughly. Only roughly. We are not in the act of being precise. There we go. Although on the same note of character design, my partner and I— okay, my chat's not working. That's grand. I couldn't do a test stream because I had scheduled this stream for today. YouTube would not let me do a test stream in the interim. So now I'm just looking at my chat box and I'm like, oh, it's empty, and there are chats. Like, my god. This makes me sad. Chugging on bubble tea. I'm gonna slope that a little more. There we go, that's better. Alright, time to give this man some hair. Cause oh boy. But don't get me wrong, he looks good bald, but that's not the final desired result. There we go. No, it doesn't quite come across as eye that far. God, part of me is like, why didn't you do this on a different layer, lmao? And I really should have. Oh well, it'll be fine. You are the warm-up, my sweet simple boy. Because next up we are drawing something a little more weird. By weird I mean unique. I don't mean that to be mean to the character owner. Ooh. Honestly, this also kind of gives me Monster Hunter vibes for some reason. I'm just like, huh. Isn't that funny? And I don't mean like Monster Hunter, like Witcher Monster Hunter. I mean like Monster Hunter, the Capcom. Okay, this one can actually come in a little closer. There we go. I started playing through Skyrim on my partner's Xbox, but I feel like I should be playing it on PC. Oh wait, he's got earrings! Oh my god, it's even cuter. What? Look at this man's with those triangle earrings. Okay, that's adorable. That is actually adorable. Oh my god. When I tag this guy, I'm just gonna be like, feel free to use this for whatever the fuck you want. Because honestly, I'm like, this is so goddamn cute. What? Anyway. I was saying, Skyrim, I started actually enjoying it because I had tried to play it a while ago. And I got so lost that I never picked up the game again. And it wasn't until I saw my partner playing it again recently that I was like, you know, that looks like a lot of fun. Could you teach me how to play it? And that's how you win a guy's heart, by the way, is if he's into video games and you take genuine interest in learning the game. Oh my god. He will probably love you forever and always. Well, there's one thing that's kind of sad that I noticed is why aren't we complimenting the boys more? Like, why are we not complimenting the boys more? Why don't you just walk up to a guy and say, "Oh my god, I love your shirt, dude," or whatever? My human avatar does it all the time. And the amounts of, like, genuine joy that you see on their faces. Like, I saw this guy who had a beard all the way down to, like, the bottom of his sternum. It was clearly super well kept, and he loved his beard. So I think I was in line for coffee. I commented on it. I'm like, hey man, your beard looks awesome. Like, you take really good care of that. And this man, I swear, he almost blushed. And it was simultaneously the cutest and kind of saddest thing I had seen, because he probably doesn't hear that a lot. It's like, like, the females of the human race get told they're pretty all the time. But only the boys who are these, like, picture perfect models get any kind of any kind of recognition. And there's so, like, I think humans are can be pretty cool sometimes. I really do. And I think they really do deserve more love. All of them, but the boys have been simultaneously applauded and neglected. At least in my opinion and in my observations. Take that with a grain of salt. I'm just an alien, but I'm just calling it like I'm seeing it. Nah, I'm gonna go with the hair covering, like actually covering the pieces. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. Just depends how I feel. Today's a following the reference kind of day. He is still leaning too far forward, I think. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alrighty. Whoop. Give me this. Alright, I think that's fine. Need to move the ear in a bit, though. Remember not to neglect your appendages. Appendages. There we go. That's better. The boy's almost done, actually. It's like there's a bigger piece of hair that comes down all the way in front here, but it's gonna cover up the earring, so I think I'm gonna tuck it behind his ear. Bring that down a little bit. Like, I think I'm gonna tuck that, kind of like there. And then it'll kind of... fall behind. There we go. Yeah, and that comes down like mid-neck. Ooh, okay, so there's something I actually really want to go over. And it's something that when it comes to drawing from reference, I use this all the time for my Warframe illustrations, especially when it comes to, like, we're gonna be drawing one of Purple Flirt's capturas later. Sight measuring is probably one of the most underrated and under-talked about techniques in digital art, because it's primarily something you see used in traditional art. And oh my god, all of the people you hear who talk about, oh, if you want to get good at digital art, get good at traditional. I'm one of those people. I am one of those people where if you can get to a point where you're happy with how your traditional art looks, it does not have to be perfect. But if you're happy with your base understanding of traditional art and it looks good to you, then you move on to digital, because those skills will translate. I need to rearrange these hair pieces, they're sticking out too far. There we go. I'm gonna add a bit of my own flair to this. Because personally, I think his hairline isn't divided up enough, but again, that's just me. Not throwing shade at whoever the original artist for his model is. It's very cute, I just wish more of the details would show through. I'm like, you've got an adorable model here, bud. Why are you hiding? Why are you hiding? Like, it's so cute. Hang on, taking a sip of some tea. I think it's funny that the mic picks up me setting the tea down, but it doesn't pick up me sipping from it, and me sipping from it is probably a little louder. Okay, look at him. It's adorable. Okay, anyway. Alright, his pupils are white, so I'm gonna let the flat coloring take care of that one. Alright. Give me your turnip pen, or whatever. Yeah! Face! Honestly, I really love doing these sketch streams because I have a tendency to go fast. Mainly because, well, viewer retention for one, but also it pushes me to see how quickly I can how quickly you can catch on, like, oh, that's supposed to be that character. Let me finish my sight measuring rant real quick before I go back to me and my husband playing, not Skyrim, it was something else. Creative differences. Sight measuring. Sight measuring in the most basic terms is looking at a reference or looking at whatever you're drawing and using different points of what you're looking at as reference. So what I mean by that, because that doesn't sound logical, I'm looking at, so for example, I was doing it a lot with the hair placement. With the hair placement, I'm looking at this particular tip. So, like, I'm looking at this hair tip lines up with just about this section of the nose, make it just a little longer, and I'm going around the entire head using, like, the top of the ear as a lineup for where this one particular hair piece starts, right here. And you're using different points of what you're looking at to accurately proportion out your drawings. And I think I'll make an entire video on that alone, because sight measuring for digital artists is not, it is, I'll be honest, it's easier if you're doing it traditionally. It really is. You have to have practiced it so much to the point where you can just use your eyes. Because funnily enough, sight measuring doesn't start with you just using your eyes. It starts with, usually you have your pencil, whatever you're drawing with. You could use a ruler too, but most artists just use a pencil. You'll hold out your pencil in the direction of whatever you're drawing, and using your thumb, like you're gripping it, like you're holding a thumbs up, with your pencil in your main fingers and your thumb going up and down the pencil shaft, you will mark from the top of your pencil to your thumb, and then you go back down to the paper and you take your other hand and you mark both locations on the paper. And you keep going back and forth until you've sight measured out the height of somebody's eyes, the height of where does the sternum meet the belly button, specifically in figure drawing. Or if you're drawing a tree, how much distance between this limb and this limb, or this bundle of leaves and that bundle of leaves. And you just keep doing that. And the reason you keep doing that is once you can get to the point where you can just look at the thing and go, you can look at whatever you're drawing and triangulate in your head where things go. And let me tell you, that is going to be one of the most invaluable skills that you will ever develop as an artist, especially if you want to do commission work. Because sometimes the people who are commissioning you, they don't have immaculate reference. I've been in that place where I had to take whatever jobs I could get. And every now and again, they'll send you this really interestingly drawn piece. That's gonna be a little lighter. There we go. Are not interestingly drawn. They'll send you this highly detailed piece and you have to figure out the best way to convey either the same level of detail or that level of detail in your style. It is a dance. It is an interesting process. And it's a skill that I recommend so many people learn. Because you can use it once you stop drawing from observation, like copying it one for one. Once you start using it for like pose references, being able to sight measure just by looking at the reference with your eyes instead of having to grab your stylus, hold out your pen, and then measure like that, you will get fast, and that's honestly what you need in this day and age. So that's a video idea. Sight measuring for digital artists, because oh my fuck do we need it. Anyway, back to creative differences, because I finally looped back around to remembering something I was saying earlier. My god, I was watching back one of my old streams, and I had started a sentence. I had started a story that I thought was very interesting. I'm like, oh man, where was I going with this? And then I never go back to it. I never fucking go back to it, and that was the most frustrating thing I had ever put myself through. Alright, so before I actually forget, my partner has a character named Yuki. He's a mage. He does, he's a mage who runs a school. It's pretty cool. I love this character a lot. I've drawn him repeatedly. But there is a website called Hero Forge where you can make like D&D minis just in your web browser to kind of portray your character, and you can buy it if you want, but you don't have to. Taking a sippy. So I had the bright idea of, hey babe, what if we each made our own versions of your character in Hero Forge? And it was a really cute idea because it let me look into how he thinks when it comes to designing his characters, and it was one of the most interesting things that I had ever seen. Because he went in a direction I never would have thought to take his character. Where you could see the stylistic differences, where I have more of a preference for kind of high fantasy, and he has a preference for more dark, almost sort of realistic fantasy. I don't want to call it grungy, but that's kind of the vibe. Oh, that's adorable. Look at him. This is heckin' cute. I love it so much. Alright, well, let's play. Blip. 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 Yeah, that works. Oh god. Ugh. Getting old. Where's my light source coming from? I'll say he's looking at it, why not? God, that is one of the funniest things that I've been dealing with recently, is having to just cover my entire work in shadows. Like, my entire works, just cover them in shadows. Because one of the things that I was looking at in my own art specifically is I'm realizing I'm scared to throw shading down. I am scared to throw shade. Not even from a disrespect angle. I want to say it was coming from the fear of, oh, if I put in too much shadow, it'll completely drown out my beautiful line work, because I put so much fucking effort into my line work. Oh my god. Like, especially when it comes to like illustrations. Oh, I put so much work into my line art. So when I go to shade, I realized I'm scared to add shading because I'm worried it'll ruin the piece. And I'm having to learn how to get over that, and let me tell you, it is a fucking process, dude. Because it's not even about letting your work go, it's it really, for me, it was bringing me to terms with the fact that I was burning myself out on my line art. So something had to give. either I figure out a different style of shading or I do a different style of line art, because what I was doing just wasn't sustainable. And what I ended up doing was kind of something in between, where I let myself indulge and have my my super detailed line art in some pieces, and then other pieces I really challenge myself to just don't do lines at all. Fivehead. What are lines? Fuck them. Like, what are lines? And holy shit, that alone has installed this really weird confidence in me that my shading is getting better. Because I mentioned earlier that I've been doing art for about 13 years, and that is true. However, time means nothing if your studies don't reflect your skills. Like, I have seen so many people who were like, oh wow, how is your art so good? I have been drawing for longer than you. What in the world are you doing? And I'm like, I have pointed practice. Like, that's not me trying to flex. That's me saying, no, you need to sit down with your weaknesses and point your practice. If you think you're really bad at one particular thing, do studies. You have to do studies. Oh my god, you have to do studies. And I know, they're boring. They can really suck sometimes, but if you don't, you're going to be really sad when your art isn't popping off like you thought it would. So, anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. I'm realizing I probably should have gotten G-Pen for the tighter, yeah. For the tighter lines, fuck it, whatever, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, I'm not mad. Okay, I'm a little mad. I am a smidge mad. I wonder if he's like a music teacher VTuber. Because the more that I look at this, look at like the art and the design, it reminds me of the music triangles. And honestly, that would be really cute if he was like a music teacher VTuber. Like, that would be actually adorable. Alright, that's creating a tangent. Yeah, there we go, that's better. Oh man, tangent lines. Oh, tangent lines. Some people will get PTSD the minute you say that word. So the fun thing about tangent lines is they are indicative of... It's what can make pieces feel unbalanced. So, for example, if you were to line up the glasses in a way that was just wrong enough to the point where it looked like the rim of the glasses was meeting the eye, like the outline of the eye, that's a tangent. And your eyes find it uncomfortable. Like when you're looking at a piece, you find it uncomfortable because your brain is trying to parse out that they're two different objects, but they look like they're purposefully being led into each other. And a lot of artists fall into that trap of they either weren't taught about tangent lines or maybe they had just missed it. Because it can happen to anyone and everyone. I know I've done it pretty repeatedly. Alrighty. Alright, I'm gonna let the highlights shine through on the rest of the hair. Cool. Let's see, is this gonna work well? Yeah. Beautiful. Oh yes, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. That looks nice. That's getting somewhere. Add a little bit of shading here and here. A little bit on the bow tie. Give it some extra pizzazz. And I'm gonna call that done. Woo! Alrighty. Oh, look at how cute. Heckin' adorable. Such cute. Alright. Actually, let me... because that's bothering me. I do white or more... Nah, we'll come with white. Wonderful. Oh, that's adorable. I love it. Okay. Give it a good old sign. Yeah. Splendid. All right. Folder. Oh God. The tip of my stylus is like smashed into itself. Holy moly. Put that in there. Whoop. Collapse. Goodbye. Next. Next up is the siren. Which is interesting from a geometric perspective. Let's see if I'm gonna do... Honestly, something dynamic kind of comes to mind. More like this. Alrighty. So when it comes to references like this, just because they're a little more... I don't want to say... It's like, I can get where the artist was going, but the execution wasn't... It wasn't the best that it could be. More boba. I'm gonna take a couple of creative liberties with this one. Like, I'm still gonna stick to the reference, but when it comes to references like this, where they're a little more hard to read, I think is the better word that I'm looking for. I'm just gonna go with the base and we'll see from there. Honestly, I probably need to study hands again. I feel myself getting rusty with them. Oh, or not. Maybe I am just not as warmed up as I thought I was. Which could also be a very, very classic blunder. Alright, so that's along the outer. So kind of like it here, and there's 4 of them. Yeah, it looks like it. So, I've been noticing there's been a ton of spider sonas going around. Well, mainly because Across the Spider-Verse had just come out. At least I think it was Across the Spider-Verse? I don't know. The new Spider-Verse movie. You get it. Oh, there we go. New Spider-Verse movie. And don't get me wrong, I love Spider-Man. I think Spoderman is very fun. I actually haven't seen either of the films. But oh, I hear about the art so frequently. I hear about the art so frequently. And I've seen it, and God, it is a gorgeous, gorgeous movie to look at. Even from just like whatever clips you find on YouTube or what have you. And for some reason, because the most recent Spider-Man related movie that I saw was Venom. And I loved the fucking Venom movie. I loved that so much. I thought that was so much fun. And it's a fly on my face. What's a fly doing in outer space? Get out of here. How did you survive? You shouldn't be here. We are literally on the ass end of the moon. How did you get up here, dude? Alright, anyway. So I'm seeing a whole bunch of spider sonas and all that fun stuff. And meanwhile, I'm over here thinking about, okay, but what if I made a symbiote? What if I made a symbiote character for Humi Emerald? Because I think that'd be interesting. But I definitely would want to do a little more research into symbiotes because I'm not well versed in Marvel lore. I've always been an anime kid. So super like the Marvel heroes, I just was never super into it. So wanting to come in and make an OC, that's fine. I just want to do my research so that I can do it justice. Because I think that's what's going to be a little more important, at least to me. Because I don't want to go in ignorant and then I do something that, like, oh, that really wouldn't be a thing in that universe, or, you know. Because I like making characters that are believable to a point. Like, you see it and you go, oh yeah, that could totally exist. Either in that universe or elsewhere. I think I made her too skinny. I think this is a femme. It might be a dude. I don't know. I'm gonna go with. I'm just gonna erase we're going to wipe ourselves free of sin. And yeah, there we go. That's better. We are now free from sin. Although now I have to change the torso shape because dudes are not hourglass shaped, they are trophy shaped. I am not good at drawing males. Oh my god, I am not good at drawing males. My god, the fly is back! The fly is back and I'm even more confused. How did you get up here? I do have kind of a soft spot for mermaids and like merfolk. Mainly because of Nightshade. My little space mermaid. He's such a good boy. He's such a good boy, and oh my god, everyone's gonna hate him, and that's great. This is not going according to plan. Then again, when does anything? I think that'll be fine. There are claws, so let's see. Might want to make that arm a little bigger. Eh, good enough. Alright, we got this. We got this. Yeah. And now I need to figure out finger placement. I think that'll be fine like that. Sweet. Yeah, this one's got, I wanna say that's webbing. The file size is very... The PNGs are very small, so if I blow them up, I just get pixels. Oh, too far. Get back here. There we go. Go ahead and add my lemon wedge fingers. But yeah, thinking of making a symbiote. Back to that side tangent. Kind of wants to make him a digitigrade symbiote. So the legs do one of those instead of the usual, you know, human foot. Oh no. Get back here. Oh. There we go. So I have to be careful with this style of finger because it can be super easy to make it look really bad. Honestly, I really just need to practice with it more. I think that's my biggest issue. Because I love this style. I think it looks so, I think it looks so good. Like, them some nice fingies. And then that looks like that, yeah. That needs to, there we go. Okay, that looks better. And I'm just using, I don't use this brush often. I find that I use it on stream more than I use it anywhere else, which is really interesting. Like for personal works, I don't use it a ton. I think the only one I used it on super recently was a Naruto fan work that I did. That YouTube video is coming soon, by the way. We recently reached 100 followers on Twitter, so that original Naruto post now has to wait because I promised one of my characters would reveal her hair at 100 followers, just because her hair is sacred to her. And, alright, that's fine. I think that's good. Now, it looks like the webbing kind of goes in between like that. So that's gonna go kind of there. Yeah. And just sort of... And I'm guessing it's supposed to be translucent. So we'll, these little lines here are just to give me guidelines for coloring, but I think I'll erase them after I do the colors just because, cause yeah, don't need them. Don't need them once the colors are down, so. You know, I think I use this for sketch requests most often just because it looks good without me having to output a metric fuck ton of effort. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm still going to like take my time and do whatever characters I've been given justice, but hopefully getting anatomy close to right. But the actual like line quality, I kind of like having that rougher sort of aesthetic to it. Just for the sake of, I mean, it looks good. I don't know what else to tell you. Is there any color gradation on... Okay, I think the hands are supposed to be a different color? Maybe. Or maybe it's just one of the hands. Maybe one of the hands is orange, one of the hands is black. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, that would be cool, so I think I might run with that. Let me get the, get these little fishy spines on the back of them. Like, honestly, I think the design's really cool. It's just the reference PNG isn't super clear, so gonna have to take some creative liberties with this one. There we go. That's better. I'm gonna go ahead and knock out the tail so that I can just spend all of the time I want on the— this fucking fly! Ah! Anyway, alright, it looks like the meat of their fishtail is kind of long, so I'll add on the tip in a minute. I'm just trying to get the thickness of the legs down, because drawing mer people can be a little more complicated than you might think. Because while yes, they do in fact, yes, they have like fishtails, but one of the things to really think about is placing like the hips, for example, like where is the pelvis? And things like that. Yeah, I think the coloring is going to be where I have to take the most liberties with this one. But let's see. What do we got? Yeah, alright. It's like I need to give that tail fin a little more than just a centimeter or a millimeter of attachment, because that little bit, that tail's gonna fly right off. Like, that would break in a heartbeat. But I like the kind of— I don't want to call it snow shovel. Like, I don't want to call it snow shovel, because that's not what I mean. But oh my god. I was gonna say I kind of like the shape of it. I think it's neat. Gonna bring it up a little bit, but geometric. I like how it's geometric. I think that's very cool. It looks like it's supposed to be kind of flat going across, or maybe just like a little bit of shape. I'm just trying to define where the meat— I'm making air quotes, not that you can see it. Ooh, that would be a good emote slot for my new PNG tuber. I gotta write that down. I mean, I am just kind of going buck wild with this, but it's like part of me thinks that they were trying to go for something. I'm gonna give this fish fin a bit more of a flow to it, because fish fins aren't hard. Well, they are hard, but they're not like bone hard. They're oh my god. Come on, brain. Cartilage hard. So what I'm gonna try to go for here is having the spines like kind of look like they're following the direction that the tail is going. So like if it's going this way, like curling around and up, then it's the tail's being pulled up towards like his chest. So the fins, these little like antenna dudes, would be going down with the upwards force. And then this one, because it's kind of on the edge, wouldn't be doing too terribly much. Yeah, there we go. I think that's good enough. Me personally, I wouldn't have gone with the fish fin that's this, I don't want to say uniform, but... oh, excuse me. Ah. Oh god. Ooh, okay. I think we're good. Oh boy. I am gonna give it some, like, motion lines, though. Just because I think that'd be cool. Actually, nah, we're not. Change of mind. Not doing that. Yeah, the upper body I think looks great. The lower body, it's the tail. It's something with the tail for me. I don't entirely know. It's like I want to give it more detail, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's like I also don't want to spend a boatload of time on this just because we have another drawing to get to. We have one more. And honestly, that's probably good that it's only one more. If only for the sake of... It's probably the most detailed one of the bunch. And, I need to change that curve. That don't look right. There we go. That's better. But yeah, back to Spider-Man symbiote. I don't know. I've just been thinking about it, and I don't know what it is. Just something about it kind of feels appealing. It's like amongst all of the Across the Spider-Verse hype, I'm like, okay, but what about Venom? What about my boy? I thought Venom was a great movie. I loved the internal dialogue, like the internal banter that was constantly happening. I'm like, that That shouldn't be relatable. Hey, where are all of my disassociative friends at? Oh my god. Oh, I went way too far down. Alright, so this one is actually just 2, and it kind of sticks out sort of like that. Honestly, I should try to make these look a little more bony than anything else. So I think that's what it's missing. Oh wait, are they supposed to be glowing? And the tail is just black? I think that's what's supposed to be happening. Oh god. Okay, no, that's fine. That clears up a lot for me. Because I was like, what is going on with this, like orange and black coloration? I just couldn't figure it out. It's supposed to be glowing, I think. I'm gonna add some, like, carved detail into this. I don't know, I feel like they should have more going on inside of them. Like, almost kind of like they're... like Godzilla's, little diddly-doos on his back. There has to be a term for those. But, you know, these guys, they just kind of stick out of his back and they charge super, super bright when he's about to charge up one of his beams or whatever. That's what they remind me of, so that's the shape language I'm gonna try to go for. Let's see, there's just one sticking out of here. I feel like they're a little too pristine, so I'm gonna add some, like, crags and stuff. God, I hope the guy who owns this character isn't gonna be too upset that I'm, like, completely tearing it apart. Okay, not completely, but... I don't know if the critique is welcome. So I think I'll kind of... I don't know. I will be gentle. Because honestly, like, the idea is there, it's just... God, I don't want to say this and then sound like I'm, like, trying to sound like an asshole, because I don't know what was going through this, this artist's mind when they were drawing this. Like, what was the concept? What did the brief look like? As somebody who's worked on game projects before, what did the brief look like? What was the client's description of what they wanted? Because it just doesn't read. Like, I don't know. So anyway, although I'll be honest, this is kind of giving me the confidence to actually make videos about character design, because I don't know. It's just something I think would be helpful to the community. Because yeah, there's plenty of them out there, but there's so many different ways of going about it that it's just like. I think it would be good if I gave my 2 cents, mainly just because I can, and also because I think it would genuinely help some folks. We got the tattered shirt. Yeah. Alrighty. There we go. That's not quite right. It's like, try as you may. I'm calling that good enough. Alright, so it looks like they have more of a rounded nose. So I'm gonna throw that right there. Okay, maybe it's a little too big. Let's see. Yeah, there is a little bit of a... Whoop, there we go. The chin's a little squared off. That's where I was trying to go with that sentence. Don't know if that's where I ended up, but we got there eventually. Alright, so we've got little gills. Gills here, gills here. And on the other side, too. And it looks like they're wearing some kind of choker necklace doodad. So we got that. And then we got this. And then we got this. So he's kind of wearing like a chain necklace, which is interesting. So I can't imagine that would be comfortable. Coming from me wearing a stand-up collar at the moment. But I think that's good. And of course, he's fish, so he doesn't have ears. He's got these big old fins, which I think I can do justice. It's like, I'm wondering if this was supposed to be based off of an actual, like, fish, or if, what's it called? If it was just something made up, like, I want to be, a mer person. With this specific color and, like, super jagged shapes. Because either way, I think the concept is very cool. It just needs a little work. And I am not saying that maliciously. None of my commentary is meant to be taken as malicious. It's like, I genuinely want to help. Because I see something that could genuinely be super fucking cool. It just needs further ideation. It's like, I've been there. I've been in this stage where your art isn't quite where you want it to be yet, but you don't know where you need to go, so you kind of feel stuck. And after a while, you just kind of give up. You either give up or you keep going. And unfortunately, a lot of people, they just give up. And there are so many stories that have been lost to the hands of time because they've stopped trying. Whether it be their own negative self-talk that holds them back, or external forces saying, "Oh, this looks awful. You should just quit while you're ahead." I've been the victim of both, unfortunately, and it's not fun, especially when it comes from the people who you really love. It's an immensely painful thing to go through. And there were times where I had stopped drawing for maybe a few months before finally I had the gumption to pick up my pencil again. But, you know, an unwelcome commentary and unwelcome critique can absolutely contribute to that. Which is why I'm so, like, I want to be clear that none of what I am saying is malicious, and if you want me to, like, if you're in chat and you want me to stop, I will stop if you ask, because there are some times where you just really don't want to hear that shit. But in any case, a bulby little nose, there we go. This is coming along really nice. I think, I still don't know what to do with this tail. I did my best with it. and I think it'll be fine for what it's got going on. It's like I have to stop myself from going down and just trying to fix it. Like, just because I'm gonna drive myself mad doing that. By mad, I mean like insane. Honestly, I really think I get too overambitious with these things sometimes. Because I wasn't planning to do a full body for any of these. I really wasn't, but I started sketching, I saw Merperson and I'm just like, I'm gonna have to do this, aren't I? Honestly, I am really surprised that more people didn't drop their PNGs. Usually I get quite a few responses for folks who want art. I think it's kind of funny, actually. It's like, yeah, I'm doing free art on stream and nobody wants it. Okay. I'm like, that's fine. More for me, I guess. Although that is also kind of a good thing, I think, because if I get too many and I try to do all of them... Oh god. Oh, not again. If I get too many, I'll get overwhelmed. I think is the long and short of that one. Okay. Woo! Alright, we're gonna add the hair, we're gonna add the colors and light shading, and then we're gonna move on to the final. I say as if adding the hair is not gonna take forever. Because it very well might. But the majority of it is just kind of... keep it spiky. Keep it spiky, stupid. Alright, I need to figure out how much exactly is in front of his ears. His little ear fins. I think I'm just gonna... Yeah, there we go. There are... I don't think there's mer people in Skyrim. There are Argonians, but that's not the same thing. That's not even remotely the same thing. Oh, man. Not by a landslide. The only similarity is that Argonians can swim. They can do a swim. I definitely want to make his hair, like, fluffy despite it being underwater. I think I'm reading that vibe correctly. Like, yeah, it's spiky, but there's just that little bit of fluff. Oof, this actually might take a little more brain power than expected. I'm sputtering! Ah! Come on, hair, don't fail me now. Why you gotta be so hard to draw? Going in 38 different directions. No, so this is an instance where I'm actually gonna keep the hair and eyes through, or the eyebrows and eyes through the hair, just so you can kind of see what's going on. Okay, not on top though. Not on the top layer. But I am kind of seeing like this little spike back here is almost like a little shark tail? Or a shark fin. I think that can be kind of funny. Lead to some very funny encounters. You know, I said I was gonna put on the Witcher soundtrack, and then I never did. Whoops. Honestly, I think the loop I've got going on now is good enough. Alrighty, let's see. Oh no. Alright, he's got lots of volume back here, but he needs more volume in the front. So let's go ahead and there we go. I'll shade that so it's like in the distance, kinda. I think I'm gonna shade him from behind this time. Because I'm so used to doing my light source like, oh yeah, this way. But no, I think I'm gonna mix it up and go the other way this time. Or maybe I'll just kind of backlight them and then let the glowy bits right here kind of take center stage. I think that'd be kind of cool. I think it looks cute. Okay, that's actually adorable. That came out a lot better than I thought it would. Aww. All right, cool. Let's get some colors on the fish boy. Colors on the fish boy. Whoop. But first, Sippy. Alright. Woo! Give me that your skin. That sounds terrible. Jesus Christ, man. Alrighty. Whoop. Wait, forgot to give him a belly button. Alright, I'm just adding a little bit of scale detailing. Mainly just to differentiate the hips from the human upper half. Again, like, I don't know... Like, obviously it's meant to be something spiky, so I'm gonna stick with that vibe, but... As for what type... Yeah. Alright, that's good enough. That's good, that's good, that's solid. We're going back to... Alright, going back to color. Here we go. Woo! Alright. Whoop. Maybe a little smaller. There we go. Probably have to give the... I'm gonna give the gradients their own separate layer, because this character's got quite a few of them. Honestly, I think this is super cute. This came out exponentially better than I thought it would. Then again, I also wasn't expecting to do a full body piece, but then I did, so here we are. It's like, we're here, we're almost done. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Alright, their skin. Ugh. I'm gonna go with the same black for chest as well as the tail. And then I will go behind and add all of the details on a... Oh my god. On a clipped layer. There we go. Oh my goodness, why couldn't I think of that? Do I need to color them black? Do they have black in them? No, they don't. They're orange. Yeah, when it comes to speed paints, usually when it comes to flat coloring, I just don't share that process because it's just this. If my brush is big enough and the spaces are small enough, I just fill them in. If the space is too big and I don't feel like being here a while, I just outline and then bucket tool. And a little bit of cleanup. Like, it really is just flat color. I don't know, don't really know what to tell you there. Other than, I mean, it's just funny, I think. Let's see. So close. Let's see. I'll probably gradient that thing out in a bit. I'll probably use my favorite watercolor brush to kind of, because it has a rough texture to it, and like obviously the character is meant to be rough, sharp, pointy, etc. Will this work? No, it will not. Oh no. Will this work? No, it will not. God damn it. Alright. Manual it is. Whatever. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Not me trying to find shortcuts, because I don't want to go in and color each of these individually. But I already dedicated myself to it, so now I have to finish. Always remember to keep your promises. If you don't, it's how you end up alone. So many little fucking spikes, good lord. What? I spent most of yesterday without power. I just remembered. Oh no, wrong button. There we go. Power went out just randomly. Like, it was sunny outside, it wasn't storming or anything, and there wasn't a planned outage. Because usually the ferry manager will let me know, like, hey, there's some signal issues, there's gonna be an outage soon. Like, usually he'll tell me, but no such luck this time around, so I knew it wasn't planned. Now my chat's not working, which is really a bummer. But, not much else we can do at that point. I mean, to be fair, I can still see who's in there, so... Not a massive blow. If I couldn't see people, then there'd be a massive problem. Just like, fuck, excuse me? But no, we've got that much. I actually might have to switch back to one of my other tablet nibs, or stylus nibs, because this one is really looking worse for wear. It's like, but I like the felt tip ones because they have a bit of resistance to them. And again, looping back to that traditional art going to digital, it's such a... It just feels nice. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Other than the ever popular Billy Mays, it just works. Or not Billy Mays. Whatever the, Phil Swift, I think. Whatever the newer infomercial guy is. If you do the thing, and you do it correctly, the product works. It just works. Like, oh baby. Alrighty. Watercolor, not that one, this one. And we are gonna... Like, I'm gonna be honest, already, I like the look of this more. It has more of a rough... It has that rough texture to it that just is reminiscent of fish scales. I don't know. Anyway. I'm reading too far into it. I know that for damn sure. Oh, there we go. It's like, hold up. Something's not right. I wonder if my secret thing is actually drawing mermaids. Or merfolk in general. Am I secretly a fish? Who knows? Maybe. I actually do want to get into keeping fancy goldfish here on the houseboat. I think that'd be fun. That, and I am home enough to the point where I could easily take care of said fish. But I'd have to do a ton of research, I'd have to locate some good breeders, because fancy goldfish are, you know, fancy. And, they've got these very particular specifications that everything has to be. So it's a learning process on top of just being a process. A lot of people don't realize that goldfish can live up to like 20 years. If you take care of them well, they can live up to 20 years. Like, and they are so much smarter than people give them credit for. It's like they're seen as these super like toss-awayable pets because they're so cheap. Like regular goldfish, not fancy goldfish. But regular goldfish, oh my god, they are little beasts. Like they can learn tricks, they can They'll remember your face specifically. Like, those little guys can... They are very underrated. Goldfish underrated stream. Watch Emerald absolutely lose their shit. They are rated by 30 goldfish. And I don't mean raid like Twitch raid, I mean like they just fall from the sky. They fall out of the fucking in the art that's on the Discord server. Oh my god. There's a waterfall coming out of the boat. Because the actual name of the boat is the Crescent River Houseboat. And I don't know why, but I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I want to have a waterfall coming out the side of this damn thing. Because I can. Now watch me. And I'm like, what if there was just a whole bunch of fancy goldfish just hanging out in there? They're all just like, yeah, we're just kind of here, man. If I end up getting some fancy goldfish, I'll move my webcam over to wherever the tank is and stream. People in chat can watch the goldfish on top of watching me. In case you get bored, which I'd hope not. Although, to be fair, can't motor mouth all stream. So that's overwhelming. Yada yada. Once we finish the flat colors, I'm gonna take a quick 5-minute break. Because it's been more than 2 hours. I'm really glad I had the idea to do the Godzilla style little back fins here. Because the texturing just looks nice, I think, personally. It's like, and I'll add some special effects to make them, like, really, really glow. And it'll look super nice. You know, one of the things that really... that a lot of people talk about when it comes to doing stream shit, or being just a streamer in general, is numbers, specifically. A lot of people say, oh, don't focus on numbers in the beginning, and that's true to a degree. Like, you shouldn't. But at the same time, if you're not looking at numbers, specifically when it comes to, like, content creation, if you're not looking at your numbers and you're not looking at what videos did super well and what videos kind of flopped, there's a bit of a divide. But you won't be able to look at those videos and then ask yourself, okay, why do I think this flopped? Or you ask your friends who have watched it and say, hey, why do you think this flopped? And really kind of letting them, I don't want to say let them ream you, but let them tear it apart with the intention of helping you to build it better. Because if your friends are tearing you apart and then not offering you any solutions whatsoever, that input is worthless to you. Like, that input is actually worthless to you. It's like, you are better off just looking at it yourself and just asking yourself. Because you don't need criticism, you need constructive criticism. Especially when you're first starting out. And it's easy for a lot of people to get discouraged when they don't see these super high numbers because they think that their videos are better than what they are, and they're not. And honestly, you have to be okay with not knowing. You have to be okay with seeing your shit you have to be okay with seeing your shit fail. But you have to realize that it's all just your growth steps. And again, it's like going back to the topic of dying dreams earlier. So many ideas and dreams will die because they either didn't know how to take criticism, or they didn't even know to ask. Because that's another thing too, is people sometimes they don't even realize that my art really didn't start super improving until I started going to other people and saying, hey, I'm looking for some constructive critique. Do you think you could help me out? Like, I feel like something's off with this illustration. Is it the posing? Is it the color balance? Like, what's going on? And Discord servers are so good for this. Oh my god. Discord servers are so good for this. There's plenty, and I mean plenty, of free Discord servers, like the Raw Straws Discord server, my Discord server, that you can just go in there and be like, hey, I would love some constructive critique on this character design, or on this composition, or, you know, what have you. On whatever you can think of. Okay, I'm gonna go take a break. I will be back in just a few moments. See you very soon. We have returned. We have returned. And let's get to finishing up this this noodly boy. We are going back to texturing. We're gonna make that much smaller. And then we're gonna cry about it. Woo! You can probably hear you can hear the stippling that's happening. Oh my god. It's actually kind of funny, not gonna lie. But I'm serious, like, this really is. This really is how it happens. Gotta get that texture, gotta make it look nice. That, and I've just been having so much fun with Clip Studio's textured brushes. I'm like, I don't know why more people don't use them. Like, I'm like, textured brushes are so much fun. You guys are sleeping on these things, man. And on top of that, it makes your art look so much more dynamic, too. There's more visual interest, that's the word. Visual interest. Oh, there we go. Though honestly, at this point, I think we might start the we'll start the Ash. Because we're drawing after this, it's gonna be Ash from Warframe. I'm just gonna go back over and redo the colors here. It's like I can fix them. Oh god, I can fix them. Oof. Although this time it's actually not a lie. Boom. Blur the edges just a little bit. All right, cool. Good enough for me. Whoop. All right, now this one's gonna be a bit bigger. Honestly, I like how it kind of looks like clouds sort of receding into the tail. I think that's kind of cool. I'm just like, I need to add a little more variation. This is really getting to me. Alright, and then I'm gonna go to the underbelly. Alright, cool. I'm gonna go into this one. We're gonna use a different watercolor brush. And color the tips of these guys. Alrighty. And then this is where I'm gonna go in and add the webbing between the fingers. I can't believe I'm doing a separate layer just for this. It's honestly kind of funny. Like the amount of care. The amount of care I'm putting into this thing. Honestly, I think I've put too much detail into this guy. Whoop, too far. And I think I might just leave it flat. Because I really don't feel like calculating the shadows for that hair. Oh my god. But I think it looks nice and that it'll be appreciated regardless, so. Alright, we got that one. We got this one. And then last, but certainly not least, we got this dude. Although I'm gonna be honest, I think I might need to do a part 2 to this because, oh man, I put way too much effort into that, into the merm. So I think what I'll end up doing is what I'll do. I'll do the base pose, but the actual, because I know I'm gonna want to go mega detailed on this because look at this. Like, that is so fucking delicious. Like, God, that is tasty. The thing about it is I know I'm gonna want to go super detailed on it. And I want to do it justice. And because I am, like, because I know I put way too much energy where I shouldn't have, I might need to do a part 2 to this. If anything, it just gives me a reason to stream on YouTube tomorrow, so I think I might do the impromptu part 2 stream where we go and we go and like in-depth this guy. Because he deserves it. Oh my god. It's like, fuck. Because it's so pretty. Like, genuinely just, oh my god. So here's what we'll do. Here's what we'll do. I will do the very, very loose base sketch here on stream. Like, I'll finish that part now. But the actual, like, meat and potatoes detail, I will come back and stream tomorrow. I will come back and I will stream that tomorrow because he deserves it. Is he on his knees? Oh my god. Or is he just kind of stanced up? I mean, he's gonna be obscured by smoke anyway, so I'll just put him on his knees. Fuck it. It's like, I will have my artistic license, thank you. It's not forward enough. There we go. That's the knee. That's that one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, it's so pretty. It's just gorgeous. Because I'm pretty sure this is this is supposed to be the scabbard for whatever sword skin that is. Fuck, that looks so good. Oh my god. It's like, I know he's standing, but I really just... He's gonna be obscured by the smoke anyway. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fudge some of the details. So we got that, yeah. Because the rest of Warframe Ash has some thick thighs. Like, then again, most of the Warframes do. So, Gotta pull him up again. And I'm gonna be honest, I think the sword would look a lot better if it was like on the ground. So I'm just gonna change the angle a little bit. So the other angle, I'm trying to find where the other heel would be, because the other heel would probably be right about here. And then that knee comes down right about there. Yeah, there we go. So the other foot is kind of right there. Yeah, there we go. So now we've got both. And I kind of want to have his other hand sort of here on the scabbard, so we're gonna find that shoulder. All right, there we go. And then most of this is just going to be obscured in smoke anyway. But you just see like this bright ass neon cutting through. God, that's so good. Anyway. Alright, we're gonna save this, because, oh god. Alrighty. That is nice and done. Cool. So, yeah, that's saved. Close that up. And here's today's works. Oh man, that's a lot. I know I certainly had fun. definitely need to figure out what happened with chat, so hopefully next time chat will actually be on screen. That'd be great. But in any case, it has been wonderful hanging out with all of you. I have been Emerald, and I'll see you in space.